Hello and welcome to the Free to Be podcast, where we are free to be our authentic selves, our whole, full, wild, everything that you could possibly be selves. My name is Anelene and I am your host. Let's get into it. Everybody who is listening to this right now, I invite you to please do this with me. One big inhale and one big exhale. Let something go. Wow. Being a human is wild. I have a new appreciation for all of those who have taken a bet and a risk on themselves. All of the artists, the entrepreneurs, the people who went against the grain of what they were maybe told to do, what was expected of them, and have chosen to follow their own path. The world today is a bit insane. Okay? We can agree on that. And we can find pockets of joy and happiness always because we get to create it. However, I want to just get real transparent about what has been my reality, even just in the past month. And as much as I would like to say that I could show up here and be like, I am just meditating every day, eating healthy, making my own food, eating organic from the local farms, writing and journaling every day, singing songs, making music, and collaborating with friends, enjoying presence with my daughter. It's just like not the full picture, and that's not the full truth. And I think with social media, we only get like a snippet, a very specific, curated moment in time of these individuals who are sharing their lives, and that is just what we have to go off of. And so it can be very easy and quick to just assume, oh my gosh, that person has their whole life figured out and they have got it all together, they are good. Or it's so easy to compare ourselves, and it's also so easy to get lost in the loop, lost in the scroll, which is a false scroll. If we want to talk about scrolls, we should talk about the Dead Sea Scrolls, which I'm no expert on. We should get a professional in here to talk about the actual scroll. The scrolls that there were that were respected, and now everybody has their own scroll. Which, hey, more power to the people, more power to us. And what is a freaking strong, solid foundation? What is the truth? So I'm speaking to this because I have found myself caught up in the scroll, caught up in a little disillusionment, if you will, because when power and creativity is coursing through you, but it has nowhere to go, and you're spending it sitting on your ass, scrolling, looking, receiving. We can love that. We can love that. And all of that creative potential within you is like, we don't know where to go. We don't know where to go or what to do. So what happens? You start overthinking. You start comparing. You start looking at literally everything. And sometimes the best thing to do is to just calm the mind. It would be to sit down and meditate. Can I tell you that I've been doing that every day? No, I started 2025 with that intention. I was going strong, and I love like being able to go on walks and just practicing noticing and being present, leaving the phone behind. And that's a form of meditation for me. And your whole life is a meditation, okay? In a way, it's a beautiful perspective and offering to look at. But when I find myself without any real like follow this step and then follow the next and da 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 da, I can get like, it's just chaos. And I was reflecting on this earlier today. I was crying actually because like beautiful tears, like a couple sweet little tears, you know. Just admiring myself and the times that I was in college and I went to school and I was learning the anatomy and just having compassion for that girl who didn't really feel super smart or capable, but was there and was showing up and doing what she thought she was meant to do, which was exactly what she was supposed to do at that time. But looking back now and just being like, how I would like just love to be in your shoes, how I would just love to be in class and studying and learning, and I just feel like safe and free because that is what I'm meant to be doing. Like now I find myself sometimes with so much freedom that it's like, what do you do with that? So life is just interesting in that way. And it really takes a strong discipline of self to be able to take action in the ways that you believe and know are best for yourself. And so that is like one small example of what I'm doing right now, is taking action, and just one action a day or one simple redirect a day can really change the trajectory of your entire life in a really beautiful way. And I trust the magnificence and the orchestration. It's when my mind comes in and tries to figure it all out that I'm like, oh. And if you've been like in my world for a little bit, you know that I appreciate and utilize astrology. And I am a Gemini sun. It is an air sign. My entire like core identity is like a fiend for information. I just love it so much. I'm like, yes, what else can we learn? What else can I receive? What else can I input, and then share it with others? That's like Gemini in a nutshell. It's like the bees pollinating and going to the flowers and then going to the other ones and creating incredible, delicious honey that we all love. But that's like, yeah, an example. And sometimes if like I'm doing that, but then there's nowhere to go, like I feel isolated, or I'm not getting out or creating what it is that I want and need, which it's like, that's the saying. It's like, create what you need, create what you needed, create your own what you need. I know I'm getting repetitive here, but I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, I need to create spaces for me to express myself. I need to create safe spaces for other women to come together to be themselves. That's like the deepest prayer. It's not a new thing. However, it's only just now happening. I've been a participant in going to many other people's spaces and facilitations, and I'm so grateful for that. And I feel like I've been in like a training and just receiving for a long time, and it will be a lifelong study because life is. And sometimes you just got to do the damn thing. And right now I'm like finding myself like it's hard for me to even breathe. And this has been a thing. My friends, they are aware, they know, like I've had trouble breathing for the past like 2 years. It's not seasonal, in and out of my nose, pretty much my whole life, actually, the whole 28 years of my existence. However, I like got my labs done. I've taken different medicines. I've tried different things, tried eliminating things in my diet, and it's like, okay, I'm still working with it right now, but it's definitely something that pulls up on these old stories or wounds that say like I'm not good enough, or like there's something innately wrong with me. That's the one. There is something innately wrong with me because I cannot breathe like a normal human being. But when I can breathe like this, like that, like it's still such a gift to me. But I even notice in this microphone, I'm like, when I have to exhale through my mouth, I'm like going to the side. Oh my goodness. Oh my golly gee. Let's get intimate. Let's get into it. Okay. So like my daughter, love her. She's 7. She will sleep with me. And I'm like allowing that and embracing that. I'm like, okay, you are not going to always want to do that. Sure. And you know, some nights I have my moods and my seasons within my own monthly cycle. Like it just depends on the flow and what I'm feeling. But this week I was like, yes, sleep, you can sleep with me. And we sleep next to each other. She has me, she's like, Mom, please play some healing frequency sounds or whatever in the background, because she just cannot deal with my breathing. Whereas me over there is like, really, this is something I've been really championing myself through and practicing breathing. Like, just like trying to fully get the air all the way in and fully get the air all the way out through my nose. Why? Because we are meant to breathe in and out of our nose. The mouth is for eating and speaking, and yes, we can breathe there, of course, but if you want to recharge your internal battery and be efficient, the human body design, I'm sure there's more to it, but it's to breathe through the nose. Look up the studies on nasal breathing, especially at nighttime. Like I've been practicing with mouth tape, and then it's frustrating because there are times where I put the mouth tape on and I literally feel like I am going to die because I cannot breathe. So it is something that I am working with and practicing, not abandoning myself. You seen it here first. So shout out to my friends who've been carrying prayers for me and asking the audience now to please pray for me. Support in the healing and cleansing of my nasal congestion and the awareness and consciousness to dissect and know exactly what's going on. And also for miracles. I totally invited miracles. So thank you. I think we just got closer. I think we successfully got closer there. So yeah, okay. I'm going to be showing up here, creating as I feel inspired and called. Another thing about me is I am a manifester in human design. And if you aren't aware of human design or your energy type, please go look it up. It's super, for me, fun, but also informative. And it's the way that you in your design naturally works with the universe, like with creation, like energetically it helps you create more ease in your life. It's like another blueprint, and it uses astrology and the I Ching, and all of it's connected. So there's like even the gene keys are interwoven in there. You already know I'm big on astrology. You'll see similar symbolism. It's a wonderful study into self. So for those who don't know, and for those who do know, I am a manifester. And so my job is to initiate. It's to inform. It's to be okay and willing to go first. And it's not necessarily to get the job done or bring it to the full completion or finish it. It's just to initiate and inform, like, hey, I know this is the direction I'm going. This is the direction that we're going. It's also like very ideas-y, and it brings forth, it's like the only energy type that doesn't need permission or to like wait for something else outside of itself. It's the initiator. There's like 9 to 12% of the population is this, and it's a gift. And like with anything, we have our in the gene keys, it would be the shadows, the gift, and then the CD. In life in general, we have beautiful things that can come forth the way that we are and operate, but we also have our own kinks and shadows and stuff. And so love yourself is my point here. Love your type, your design, and all that's available to you within yourself and all around you and living here on this planet. We're incredible, multidimensional beings, and I highly value community, and we need to be interdependent. There are so many different topics. My mind is like splitting off, like, let's talk about all these things. And I think this is just a really lovely introduction so you can get a feeling into me. And sometimes to break through, you just gotta break through. You just gotta do it. You just gotta show up and do the thing. And so that's a little bit of what this is, without perfecting it, without like having every single thing perfect, which comes with practice, with showing up, with your time and your energy. And that all gets to be beautiful, but don't let that stop you from ever starting at all. I was thinking about this earlier, and I was like, how many dreams have you had that you literally squished yourself before anybody else could? How many dreams in your life have you had that you just got rid of, destroyed, squished, as I said, before anybody else could do that, as a form of protection? Because maybe it was unrealistic, or what that would require of you, whatever it might be. But I was pondering about this, and I'm like, wow. How many dreams have we let die before we've even allowed them to fully live and express even their life in the imaginative form, in the daydream form? And how many have we allowed to go to that realm and play with and allow to move, but then haven't taken any sort of real action towards? Because life gets busy. There's too many other people doing it. Who am I? These are all voices and things that I work with and deal with. I hear them. I get it. I know. It's true. There's a million podcasts out there. There's a million astrologers out there. Retreats, like whatever, yoga teachers, everything is out there. But I'm like, yeah, but I'm gonna go deeper into it. And I'm not even gonna, because I'm thinking of yoga teaching right now, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna allow myself to study and go deep into it, but I'm still giving myself my inner authority, which is actually emotional authority if we're talking human design, but my inner wisdom and intuition to like lead me along with life and creation and trusting each step and moment. And I know that I'm privileged to even have the ability to think like this, to have my needs met, to like what we require most and first and foremost is safety. So we can't just so it's not just surviving, but we can actually thrive. Like, safety is a need, and not everybody has access to that. I am aware. And so what do I do with my privilege? Okay, well, for me, it's I live fully, abundantly, and authentically as me. Not what other people tell me that should be or should look like, but what's true to the spark of aliveness within me that's moving through me, and allowing myself to dream and to think of a better world and to believe. And that takes great courage. I had a friend recently, she was like, it takes great courage to take good care of your thoughts. It takes great courage to change your thoughts. To think in a good way is so powerful and so transformative. And when you don't, it's easy to downward spiral. And I've been there a million times before. And I'm practicing. Let's just think a little bit kinder. Or let's notice that. Okay, let's think a little bit more expansive, more liberating. Why? Because our thoughts create our reality, and I care about living in a good reality and in a good way. Okay, I'm here to make this world a better place. I'm here to be myself, and I'm here to inspire whoever is inspired and is meant to be inspired by this, so that they can go off and just listen to their own inner authority, their own spark within, and do the same. But like nobody else can, because you're you, like you, and I'm me. And that unique energetic signature, the uniqueness of who we are, is so profound. There's nobody else like you. There's no other Anelene. There's no other me out there on the planet, ever. There never will be, there never was. And at the same time, my soul is ancient, and it's connected to all of us. We are all intrinsically, is that the correct way to say it? Connected innately. And it's a beautiful complexity and yet simplicity of life, which makes me think of, duality and Gemini a little bit, the twins. But also, we're not bound to that. So there's beauty to explore. You really don't ever have to be bored if you don't want to. There is always something to learn. And what a privilege to be bored. Both and, baby. Okay. I think I need to go breathe deeply, play my sound bowls, and thanks for being here. If you are a woman and you're listening to this podcast, please join my Free to Be Woman Telegram channel. It is free. It's where I share and get even more intimate and have special offerings with codes and discounts. And there's other incredible women in the space, and I just want us to amplify it and share our creations and our prayers and our hearts and what we're learning and what we're inspired by and moved by. And if you're interested in working with me in a deeper way, check out the link in my Instagram bio. Follow me. It's Free to Be Anelene. DM me anytime, and I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Till next time. Mwah.